Go. Okay.
Okay, so
So
we have
Louis
to.
would be the timekeeper, and like the name of the company is Alto.
Okay guys, so the name of the company is Alto.
Yeah, we need to come up with the location
With the
and
location.
industry.
So I suggested we go for the health industry.
But I mean, for health industry, it's probably already like, what kind of health industry?
Like-
It doesn't
like a
have
hospital.
mandatory
It should
vaccines.
not be, no, but not be mandatory, and for most hospitals it is mandatory.
Yeah,
So we could choose, for example, the pharma industry, because they are interacting a lot with the healthcare sector, but they're not themselves healthcare sector, so they don't have to.
pharma
give us
is not.
No.
Isn't it like mandatory for a lot of, like it says, assume that mandatory vaccinations are legally acceptable but not legally required for that industry. I mean, yeah, hospitals is legally required, but I think pharma too, right, or no?
No,
Is
they're
it
working
really?
in their offices just like us,
Okay.
but then they do
I
interact.
think either farmers or
Oh,
retail
education
business,
system,
like supermarkets.
Education also, I
industry,
think
because
it's
they
a legal,
take it with,
like,
no,
is it a
it's
legal
not.
requirement? I mean,
For
the
teachers,
legal
I mean-
requirement or not depends on the country,
I was gonna
so
say.
we have
Yeah.
to decide on a country first, like location, and then we can see, cause in, like, I'm pretty sure in.
Like it's
Like it's
already
Africa,
mentioned there,
like-
we have to make it mandatory.
Yeah, but where,
But
in
the
a, in
people
a
working
country
there,
where
like,
it's legally not required
Yeah.
in that industry,
Yeah.
so we cannot say, like, there are certain countries where even in hospitals it's not legally mandatory.
Yeah.
It's just,
Depending on
yeah.
where, like, the
So,
country.
Like we have maybe the farmer industry, the commerce or retail business, like online deliveries or retail shops.
But
That-
he,
that could be
but
an
he
idea.
already said the location doesn't matter, we can
But
choose
for
any
example, like-
location.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like supermarket cashiers, for example, because they're interacting with a lot of people, but it's definitely not mandatory for them.
Okay, so it's retail and commerce business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Retail slash
yeah,
commerce.
like you can just put down like, yeah, retail or, franchise, like retail franchises, grocery store chains.
Retail. Commerce.
Department stores, something like that. Like what do they call?
I have the German name, it's like Lebensmittel Einzelhandel.
Okay.
Retail chains.
What is it? Retail corporation, that's what they call Target, so.
Okay, so it's retail corporation. Yeah, that should seem an
Multinational
alter.
retail corporation, I mean, yeah, we don't have to put multinational, yeah. What location?
It's in Boston or in.
Do you wanna do America, or is it it's not mandatory here,
No, yeah.
No.
legally?
Let's not do the US.
Yeah, I was thinking not the US.
India.
Yeah, we can do India. I know like a bunch of rules and stuff there, and we can get like there's a really good website
Yeah.
for getting COVID statistics on India. There's
COVID
like
rules and regulations.
yeah, there's this really cool website.
Location, Mumbai.
Okay.
COVID19india.org.
Mumbai,
Um,
Yeah.
where
yeah,
Mumbai is the capital. of
location.
India.
Just put
No,
India. It's a national chain, so
India. Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
this website.
one from India.
this is all Indian statistics by state and by city. It's really cool, the website. Someone made it.
It's the government website.
No, so some guy made it as a personal project and then the government adopted it.
Wow, that's good.
Really?
Yeah. COVID19india.org. It has, like, cause now it has more accurate and more timely data than the actual government website, so people just use this everywhere.
Well, there's also a Google one.
Yeah.
Here we have less than 1 minute remaining. I made it 5 minutes, cause we're just doing the intro part for setting up the business. And after that, we can move on to.
So in the second part, we can discuss.
So we already done with the passport or this time?
But then if we're doing that,
Mhm.
we also need to put, we can't only put cashiers as employees. we also need to put like people who stock food
Yeah, like
and
every
stuff like that,
security.
because
Yeah, exactly.
there's people who stock the aisles, they touch the products.
Yeah, of course.
Stuff, so we can look at that aspect also.
Employees
Yeah,
are
like the types of employees can be like cashiers who interact with customers and stuff, and then
cashiers and stock.
yeah, people who stock the shelves, and there's people,
Stock keepers
stock keepers, I guess.
and stock managers.
Yeah.
Managers
And then
and the
there's
delivery guys.
customer service also for,
Okay.
5 minutes or 10 minutes?
no, just,
Yeah, like 5 minutes, but we can push
like
it.
it's
But now we have
maximum,
like-
maximum 6 minutes, minimum 6 minutes and a maximum of 10 minutes.
Okay,
Okay.
but then I'm also looking at the time, we only have like 1 hour and 30 minutes left before we have to squeeze everything else.
But
So
it
what
can't
do
be
we,
5
what do we
minutes
need
like
to do in this hour? Like, cause we need to do the presentation,
Mhm.
but we definitely wanna like try the presentation.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So I'd say like, we wanna present probably like 3 times in total.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's already a total of half an hour, basically.
But if we want
So
to.
we basically have 30 minutes to finish this presentation.
30 minutes?
No, we have 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
We have 1.5
1 hour,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah, we have
one,
yeah.
we have 90
So-
minutes, not 60.
Yeah, yeah. So at 4 o'clock, we will tend to, 10 to 4, then we can start with our
Okay.
presentation.
yeah, so we need to be done with the presentation.
10 to 4.
Okay, so we have time. We will just
We have
finish
15
that.
minutes.
We have 15 and
50
minutes
50.
Yeah.
to make the presentation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now we decided the location and the industry and who were the employees that should take, that
All the
we
employees of that,
The
I mean,
entire company?
Entire
That's
company,
Entire
that's the
company.
plan, that's the brief.
entire company.
But I mean, I'm just stating the types of employees so that can give us different aspects
Okay,
into
the
the
presentation.
presentation. And,
So we can add that it's good that we have sufficient supply of vaccines, and maybe vaccine will
that's
be.
the thing, if we choose India as the country, the major problem going on there right now is shortage of
Who
vaccines.
told there is shortage of vaccine?
Well,
We are
then let's
having
go to
enough
Europe. We
vaccine.
have,
No.
we're
We are having
throwing
enough
vaccines
vaccines,
away.
dude.
We have way too many.
We have too many vaccines even in India.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we have.
Okay,
We
but
have
maybe
to
it
wait
takes
in
time
lines.
to deliver or import these vaccines, so
Like you are
now
talking
we
about
have some.
cities,
Yeah.
like rural places, they don't have like smaller
No,
places.
but the government.
Okay, let's say we move to Europe, they have an
So-
abundance,
So we'll shift to
because
Europe.
everyone,
Yeah.
We definitely have enough.
In
ours
Europe, right? Yeah,
expired.
so
so we can't even use South Africa.
let's do that.
Okay.
Location, make it Europe.
Europe.
Yes.
It's the same, it says here, even if that is not the case in reality, assume that there is sufficient vaccination.
It does.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, but let's stay, like, we're supposed
but
to stay as close
yeah,
to the
but
truth.
stick
and we
to
also
reality.
need facts, factual, like, statistics in order to back up our presentation.
Alright then. So it's Europe,
Because it also says the data, whatever data you collect
Yeah,
must be
must be
accurate for the
factual, yeah.
area that you've decided Altra is
Mhm.
located in, so, that way we can also, if we can pull up some data that shows that there's an abundance of vaccinations in Europe, we can use that.
Okay, do you wanna go check the video?
Should we pause it?
Are we, well,
yeah, we're.
yeah, we need to pause and start another one.
No, but not yet, right?
But
Like
I have-
in
I have-
20 minutes.
I have a
Yeah, but
question.
the first one, we done with the first.
Guys, I have